So we're here at Nick's Gym in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, and this is the overhead kettlebell walk. So first we're going to look at just the setup here. So anyone who's seen the front rack video, it's the same starting point where you're going to have your forearm kind of tucked into the side, and you want to see a relatively straight line there. Alright, and then from there you're going to slowly, you can use two hands in this case, or if you're pretty proficient at doing a press with the kettlebell, just get it up overhead. Alright, so when you get the bell up overhead, it's important to have that thumb facing backwards behind you. Alright, from there, turn, and we're going to do a walk in that position. So the most important part is just getting the setup right. Okay, so I'm going to turn and just show you on the other side here that basically my arm takes my ear out of the picture. Alright, I'm trying to keep the shoulder away from the ear. Alright, and when I'm in the right position there, you really won't be able to see my ear too well. Okay, and then just maintain that position. You get set. Your belly is going to be being pulled down in such a way where you feel like you're pulling your rib cage downward, and you're trying to take the arch out of the back. Alright, you will want to arch your back when you have a weight overhead, especially if your shoulder mobility is limited. Alright, you try to keep that tension as you're walking. Alright, we get to the end, we're turning around. Alright, on the way back you'll be able to see a better where the arm position is and seeing that the thumb is still facing backward. Right back that way, and the ear, the arm is pretty straight in line with the hip down through there. Alright, trying to make that ear disappear. Okay, and then we just take that all the way back to where we started. And a reverse press, so you're going to feel like you're pulling the weight back down into your shoulders. Alright, and with two hands you switch to the other side, press it back overhead in the same way, and then repeat on the other side. Okay, so same thing. Turn around and maintain tension in the belly. Alright, so feeling like you're pulling the rib cage downward. Alright, so the rib cage kind of is right about in that area there. You want to feel like you're pulling it downward. Alright, the arch in your back, you want to try to minimize that as much as you can. So there's a natural arch in the lower back. You're not going to totally eliminate it, but you want to try to minimize it because it will want to be excessive with a weight overhead. You bring that back to starting position. And always the last part of any movement with a walk is how do you get it from up overhead and put it down safely on the ground. So you pull it back into the front rack position, which would be right at the shoulder there, and with two hands, a good hip hinge as you lower it back down to the ground between the legs. So hip hinge is really important there. You have a nice straight line from the back of the head to the tailbone. Alright, and that's the overhead walk with the kettlebell.